welcome to the Kiwihoopers podcast. Walter Brown is a 6'5" wing from Christchurch. He embodies a key train right now, international pros entering the NCAA. His journey offers a fascinating narrative about the global basketball development. So welcome to Vegas.
Thank you.
All right, so far, what has been the biggest culture shock for you?
The biggest shock's definitely been the heat coming from a winter in Christchurch where it's nearly minus every morning to 30 degrees plus every day. That's been a big shock, but that's been good.
What's your tips on battling the heat at the moment?
A good AC fan in the apartment.
So let's rewind back a little. So what trick shots did you master in your backyard back in the days?
I would always drag my sisters out and I'd shoot off the roof, or I'd shoot backwards, or try and bounce it off the wall, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
That one Michael Jordan highlight that you keep on watching over and over again when you were younger. What was that one?
It was actually it was a video. My dad showed me it. I'm not sure if it's still on. It was on YouTube. It was a video, and the music was Bittersweet Symphony. It was just like a compilation of his journey from college to the NBA and how good his highlights were. And I don't know, I was fascinated by it at the time. Kept watching. It was pretty cool.
What NBA team did you obsess with when you were younger?
The Bulls.
The Bulls.
Yeah, my dad sort of just preached to me Michael Jordan and how great he was. So that was sort of where it started. I think I had a pretty good upbringing. I think I had a lot of opportunities, like always encouraged to play all sports and just try my hardest and have fun. There was never any pressure to go on and do anything better. It was just enjoy it and see where it takes you, which I think it's a blessing looking back to look at it that way when you're young.
Who was the first person that handed you your basketball?
Oh, it would have been my dad.
Let's talk about your Tall Blacks experience. What was the public receptions like when you first get selected by the Tall Blacks?
It was a shock to me. I felt like I was wee ways down the chain on the depth chart, but it was the middle of an NBL season, and I knew a lot of guys might not want to go all the way to Jordan and Lebanon. So I sort of in the back of my mind thought, who knows? I might be a shot. I might have a chance. And then Pierre rang me at 1 a.m. in the morning, and told me I was in. So I was stoked. It was a cool reception. I mean, people were obviously really happy for me, and friends and family all reached out, which was cool. And yeah, it was a good start.
What was your favorite experience so far playing for the Tall Blacks?
Definitely like doing the haka in Christchurch in front of my family was cool. Beating Australia was cool. Obviously, we lost to them twice, but just to have a bit of a pride on the line and get one over the line was good.
You have already won championship in both New Zealand NBL as well as the Australian NBL. What motivated you to step away from the professional basketball to pursue NCAA experience as a senior?
Playing in New Zealand, I was growing in confidence, and I've been trying to elevate my game and take some steps to just become a better player. And going across to Tasmania for 3 years was great. It was a good learning experience. I didn't see much court time, which was, I mean, as a player, it's obviously frustrating, but I sort of understand like there might be a bit of opportunity over here competing against guys who are similar in age to me. I felt like I'm still young, and while the opportunity's still here for me to experience the basketball on the other side of the world, I thought, why not? Why not just give it a crack?
How would you describe your playing style to the Runnin Rebel fans that hasn't seen you play yet?
Gritty, not pretty is probably a way I would put my game. I always try and leave it all out there and just try my hardest to get the win at the end of the day. I've got a lot of admiration for like the way Shea Lee plays defense and plays hard and plays the right way. I enjoy watching Shea go about it.
Obviously, UNLV basketball has a rich history, but has struggled recently. What convinced you to be part of the rebuild, and what would constitute a successful season for the Runnin Rebels in your eyes?
I think when I was having like phone calls with Coach Pastner about coming over, and he told me exactly what you just said about how there's a rich history here and for the Runnin Rebels, and they've won a national championship and made many appearances sort of back in the day. And his sort of thing is to to reignite it and make it the, I don't know, the powerhouse it once was. And when I was hearing that, I was like, that just sounds so exciting, you know. I've got 1 year. I've got a chance to maybe help something special happen here. So I don't know. It drew me. Yeah, it drew me to want to play here. It was like, we've got a chance to do something special, you know.
Another Kiwi legends that played in UNLV uniform before, Mark Dickel. Have you had a chance to connect with him?
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. Worked out with him a couple of times. He's really helpful.
That's amazing. What was the biggest tip that you got from him?
He's got a lot of tips.
Yeah,
He's a very good coach in his own right. I think he just always encourages like confidence and play your style, play hard, don't shy away from the big names or whatever. I think he always, because there's Kiwis were quite maybe reserved or humble. We might be seen that way, and he sort of sort of bridged that gap of balancing humbleness but also like confidence, and he's trying to instill that in Kiwis, which I really love. So that's
that's amazing.
probably the biggest tip, probably just confidence.
What aspect of Kiwi culture do you miss the most while you're in Vegas? And have you introduced New Zealand tradition to your UNLV teammates?
I mean, there's one assistant coach who is a little bit fascinated by it and wants to learn some slang. So I've been giving him some slang words or some Māori words to use. What do I miss most? We're in the desert, so there's not much grass or greenery. That's probably what I miss about New Zealand the most right now.
When you mentioned that you gave your coach some tips about New Zealand slang, can you give us a couple of examples that he might be like surprised about not knowing that kind of slang?
I mean, probably just the typical ones like chair, kia ora, uh, like morena or stuff like that.
I love it when we have someone like you to put our Kiwi culture in the forefront and actually spread that culture around so people have more awareness and stop mistaking us with Australians. You know what I mean?
Actually, incredible you say that because even still, it's been 3 weeks and people are still calling me like, oh, like what's it like in Australia or what's it like?
Oh.
I'm I'm like try not to be mad or anything. I just answer them nicely.
Yeah, it's a pain that as a Kiwi, we living in the US, we all experience similar things like
Yeah,
that. So yeah, that's very common, and I feel you.
yeah, yeah.
With your team, I believe you already know that. How does a team with so many new faces develop chemistry quickly? And what role have you been taking so far as an older player in that process?
It's a fresh start for everyone. Like there's no preformed uh like anything. Like it's a blank slate for everyone to come and improve themselves, and it's already like a great culture within the like the playing group and the coaches. We get along really well. Like all the dudes are great, which is amazing. As far as like a role, he just wants everyone to play hard, and coach is not like hung up on missing shots or that sort of thing. As long as you're playing the right way and playing hard, he's going to preach that, which is something I really enjoy.
You've been coaching by some great coaching minds from New Zealand. You have Pero Cameron as your New Zealand Tall Blacks coach, and you obviously have Jared, and also someone that plays in America before in St. Mary's, Clinton. So how was that experience like? What is the differences between their coaching method to what you are experiencing in UNLV right now?
Every coach I've had so far, I feel like has it had an impact one way or another on me, and I've been able to take positive things from all of them, which is a blessing. As far as like a difference, it's like intensity. Like coaches got like a real intensity about him, which I like. It's cool to be around. Like he really cares. Like he really wants to succeed, and I love that side. So no, that's probably the biggest difference is like intensity and the way he gets his messages across.
Can you give me one advice that you have received? Doesn't matter from which coaches, just one advice is kind of ingrained in yourself that you take it to heart and you continue preaching it and practicing it.
Stay true to the way you play. Maybe I'm not sure. Like if you play the right way, you're giving yourself the best chance to win the game. That's the way I see it.
That's amazing. Who is this from?
Probably all of them.
I bet there's been so many advice
Yeah,
because,
it's
so many great coaches that you've been around with. So
yeah.
what's a fear that you have overcome and how did you do it?
A fear. that I've overcome. I play my best when I don't think too much. I don't know, I've always had a pretty good self-belief, and even if I felt like I wasn't up to a level at a stage, I always felt like I was gonna bridge that gap and eventually get there. A fear, I don't know, I've never been like afraid of failing. Sometimes I might lose some confidence. I think actually something I've developed more recently is being more willing to shoot more. Like, don't worry about misses, don't worry about stuff like that. Just keep shooting. I don't know if that's a good fear I've overcome or not. I don't know. Yeah.
That is a great one. That's actually that's very common for a lot of basketball players. Is the especially I found that especially coming from New Zealand as well. Like you always kind of being told kind of be humble a little bit and share the ball more and just the part that where people ask you to be more humble. And I found
Mm,
that a lot of Kiwi players tend to not shoot first. They always pass first, look for the best situation. I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that sometimes when you're wide open, don't give up your shots, just keep
mm.
shooting, right? What's a song or a book or a movie that you feel truly understands you?
That's another great question. Wow. Scott Roth in Tasmania made a whole team actually read a really good book. I don't know if it represents me well, but I really enjoyed the messages. Was Chop Wood, Carry Water. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's a great book. I recommend everyone to read that book. Um,
Okay.
as far as a song or a movie, I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
their songs. I don't know if they understand me or anything, but I like their songs. I feel like that's my vibe.
Look beyond your time in UNLV. How does the NCAA D1 experience fit into your long-term professional goals? And what aspect of your game that you're hoping to develop the most in this season?
I mean, it's a great opportunity um, to play at a school like this, UNLV. It's a good school. Like I know if I apply myself and I do well, there's a lot of doors that can open for me professionally afterwards. I'm trying to work on everything. Um, I wanna I wanna become like a better ball handler, like a good two man, like reliable off the pick and roll, make good reads. That's something I'm always working on in every aspect of my game, my shooting, my defense, everything. But I would say developing like two guard skills.
As someone that taken a unconventional path to Division 1 basketball, what advice would you give to a younger international players consider whether it's to pursue a professional opportunity abroad or NCAA basketball?
Everyone's going to have different journeys. I don't think there's a good set route to take. The right route might be different for everyone. I would say just trust your people, like your small circle that you go to with those hard hitting questions. And but whatever you do, just do it with full conviction. I think that's probably the answer to the question.
If you could relive one day from your past, but not change anything, just to experience all over again, what day would that be?
Obviously, I'm probably biased to something recent because it's probably better in my memory. Winning in cows, like the NZNBL championship. Like I'm a proud Cantabrian. Like grew up supporting Canterbury rugby, Canterbury everything, and winning uh New Zealand NBL championship in my hometown was a great feeling. I'd definitely like to relive that again.
Definitely, that's a great situation to be in, and also that I bet that was a great experience, especially with all your families and friends surrounding you in that moment. So, um,
Yeah.
again, congratulations on that. Not everybody can experience that kind of you know championship moment at your hometown. Was there something that you deeply grateful for, but never have you expressed it?
It's funny when you join like new teams and you get in new teams. Uh, it's sort of like a team building thing you might do is tell people your upbringing and what you're grateful for. So only really within the last like 4 and 5 years I've looked at like my past and things that I'm actually grateful for. And I guess I mean the main one is just my parents. Like extremely grateful for my parents and the opportunities they gave me, and they never put any obstacles in my way, or they just took away all the barriers to doing what I want to do, if that makes sense. Like they gave me like if you want to do this, you can do this. If you wanted to do this, you just do it. Just do it with full conviction, like I was saying. That's something I'm super grateful for.
If you can invite three dinner guests to come to your dinner party, which three would you invite? Could be anybody in the history in the world.
I would take Michael Jordan. I'm not religious, but I would say maybe Jesus, just because I think that would be super cool. I don't know if you know Willie Appiata, New Zealand military. He's received I'm not sure what the highest award for a military person can receive. I don't know why he came to my mind. It's a bit of a random one, but to do I remember hearing about his story and what he did to do something like that. You got to be a little bit different. So to I don't know, talk to him would be pretty cool.
This is the part that you get to ask me any question that you want.
The question would be like, what do you love most about following Kiwis abroad? Like, what motivates you to do it?
Sense of pride being from a small country with 4 million, well, 5 million now population, that we can have such a good group of people that get to represent us Kiwis in the international stage, especially in NCAA is one of the biggest stage in basketball that you can ever get on, apart from NBA, obviously. It's just the sense of pride and obviously the lack of coverage in New Zealand domestically. Somebody need to shine a light on you guys so that we can inspire the next generation to keep pushing and reach their goal, reach their dreams. And nothing's impossible, really. Like if guy from your town in Canterbury that watch this interview and then get inspired, say, oh, well, if Walter can make it to America, I can do that too. Like what's stopping me from working hard and get to where I want to be, you know? That's my main goal, if that answers your questions.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love actually keeping up with the content you put out. It's cool because I don't keep up with everyone like personally myself, so it's a great avenue just to see what people are doing.
That's the primary goal in the first place. That is just build a little community. Everybody have a limited time, 24 hours a day, and your practice pretty much consume most of your time. And for you to go onto everybody's page to try to find out what everybody's doing, you just don't have time for that. So I've built a little community so that where people can just go to and see, oh, okay, this is what Oscar Goodman's doing in Michigan. This is what Big Jews is doing in Georgetown and all that. You know, like a combined little community where people can go to just look for all the information in one place, like a one-stop shop. Could you kindly leave another question for our next guest? That's amazing. Walter, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to it.
Of course, thank you very much.